Hello YouTube, this is Kisa and I'm back here with another video. What is the topic? I don't even know how to topic this, but let's see. I would call this Instagram, Facebook likes. And how inappropriate it could be. Yeah, I think that's how I'll say it. I put Instagram and Facebook post pictures up, like most ladies do. And I noticed I was doing it, and this particular person just kept on liking my pictures. And you know, people like your pictures, ain't no big deal. But this person was always like first to like and always, I don't get too many comments. But I get a few likes, but this person would always like, and they would always leave a comment with like fire or very pretty or I don't know, just something, just something nice. But every time, like, always the first, always the one to say something. And I said something to the person through the instant message, because I think they instant messaged me too, like nice picture or something. So I messaged that person back, and at first I wasn't even going to, because I think they did it on my Facebook, and then I just deleted it, and then they did it on my Instagram. Instant message. So then I go to my message and I go, you gotta stop. That's why I said, you gotta stop. And maybe I'm very blunt. I said, you gotta stop. I said, you gotta stop with the likes and the comments. And then they text back and said, well, we're friends. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I said, yeah, but it's kind of creeping me out. That's what I said. It's kind of creeping me out. I said that first right away. I said, you got to stop with the likes and the comments. And I didn't say anything about being the first one to like or the first one to comment. I just said the likes and the comments. And then they said, well, what? I thought that he would go, oh, my bad, that's kind of weird. I didn't even think of it that way. Like, I'm sorry, a little too much. Like, oop, am I doing too much? But the person automatically went into like a defense mode. They were like, oh, it's not like that. It's not like that. I got a woman. And I was like, okay, you say you got a woman. And I think you got little kids too, maybe a little girl. I didn't say this, but this is what I was saying in my mind. Because usually, like, okay, if gentlemen, sorry, men out there, if a lady says you like her pictures and you're like the first one to like and the first one to comment, and to be the first one all the time, I think and she says something like, it's kind of creeping me out when you do that. Don't be defensive about that, because that just shows that you're really a creep. Don't be like, oh, it's not even like that. Yeah, I won't like none of your pictures. I don't like none of your pictures. I'm sorry. I didn't mean nothing like. I was just being friendly. I don't understand why you act like this. It ain't, you got me all messed up. If a woman just says that something is creeping her out, just be like, even if you wasn't even on that level, why so defensive? Just be like, oh, my bad, sis. I didn't realize I was creeping you out. I didn't mean that. My bad. I'll chill with all that and just leave it at that. But to be like, Oh, I'll just take you off my. I ain't gonna never say nothing to you. I ain't never. And then you just go blank. You go blank. You don't say, "Oh, I didn't mean anything about it," because that's gaslighting. Like when someone tells you how they feel, and then they try to turn around and make it seem like that it's all in your head. Your gut said something's not right. You spoke about it, and it's very telling how you're going to respond than what she just said to you. Like it tells a whole lot right there. Like to be all defensive about it. Oh, I'll just take you off my thing, and I ain't gonna speak to you. I ain't gonna say nothing to you anymore. Just because a person doesn't want you to speak to like every photo and comment, creepy, doesn't mean that you had to act the other way. Like something's not clicking. And do you have a wife or a daughter or a sister or a cousin or I don't know, somebody where you could kind of relate if it was to happen to them and they just said something, I feel kind of comfortable when you do this particular thing, and you're like, oh, you got it all messed up, oh, you tripping, I won't even like on your picture. Okay, thanks, I guess. I just say this because I know ladies get that, and we have to feel some kind of way when we try to tell somebody, no, I don't like the way this feels. This don't feel comfortable to me. I don't really care for this feeling. And then you'd be like, I don't know. I guess you just feel like, how dare them to act that way. But if there's nothing really to it, then you just be above it and just be like, or just put yourself in that in that situation. Like don't just act as if like, oh, I'm just gonna try to embarrass her or make her feel, because that just makes it worse. Just makes you even more creepy for someone to act that way. Just be like, if a woman says, this makes me feel uncomfortable, just be like, oh, okay, my bad, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable, and just leave it at that. See how that cool? See how that is? Just leave it at that. Ooh, did I do that? I didn't even realize that looked like that. And just be cool. But to be defensive and be gaslighting, like it's like women are always taught, not to speak up for themselves. And then like oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was being a little, but say I was just way out of it, and that I was just losing my mind. Although it's really odd for a person to like and comment every picture. But let's just say I was off. The way you react to that, to be just like, oh, I didn't even notice I was doing that, is way more telling than to be on the, oh, well, I'm just not going to talk to you. I'm not even going to, I don't even see it that way. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. You got it all messed up. I don't know what you're talking about. Women just, and I was thinking, I said, that's some crazy gaslighting right there. I didn't even go in. I just said those 2 comments. You got to start with the comments. What do you mean? Well, the likes and the, what do you say? I said the likes and always commenting at every picture. If you have a child, a daughter, you would want her to be able to be in an environment where she can speak up for herself. She could say, I think that didn't seem right, and maybe she could be wrong, but you need to be able to teach her, you would think. But then if you're gonna teach your daughter to be that way and let her know, to speak up for herself, she thinks something's kind of odd, then you got to be able to take that from somebody else that's trying to tell you that this is kind of odd. You know, you got sisters and moms out here. I remember one time I didn't open up my door. This was years ago. Some guys come knocking on my door. They was selling something, so they said. And I have this little thing, and I opened up peephole, and I looked out the door, and I go like this, and I go, "Hey, can I help you?" And they said, "Yeah, we want to talk to you. Could you open up your door? We got something that they were trying to sell." And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, why won't you open up the door?" And I said, "Because I'm a female, and I don't want to open up the door." "Oh, you got something against opening the door?" I think it was some black guys too. "You ain't gonna open up the door for the black man? You're afraid of the black man?" I was like, "Do you have children? Do you teach your kids to open up the door to everybody that walks up the... Do you have a mom? Do you have aunties? You realize I'm a female." But again, that gaslighting, like, something is wrong with you. You feel this way? Oh, then I must tell you there's something's wrong with you because this is how you feel. No, sis. No. No, follow your gut. Follow your gut. You're dealing with a creep, you will know. Your gut's gonna tell you. You're doing a little extra here. I'm feeling some kind of way. You will know. And if they get defensive about it, then you really know. You really know. And you don't need to like, "Oh, I didn't mean it that way. I didn't say it. Oh, I didn't." You ain't got to back up. You just say what you had to say and then just go quiet. Just go gray rock. Go gray rock. Don't say nothing. And the longer they try to talk about how they didn't mean to do it this way, I don't know where you get that from. You just let them do their talk. Let them just say what they got to say, and just you said your piece, you said how you felt, and then just move on. Because the more people be trying to get you to, switch up and see it as like you had did something wrong because you were in your feeling got some kind of sick feel, or something in your gut says, this isn't cool. And the more they try to like make you look like the crazy person, gaslighting, make you feel like you doing something weird, when all your gut is telling you something's not right, speak on it, and then move on. And they're like, "Oh, no, and I don't even know where you get that from." Dudes, if a woman says you're doing a little too much, just be like, "Oh, sis, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was doing that. It's all good. It's cool. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't even see it like that." And just leave it at that. Leave it at that. Because the more you try to convince her that you ain't trying to be all weird, and the more you trying to, why you doing all that? And then when you try to like flip it to make it seem like something is in her head, and even if something was in her head, if you confident in yourself, you just be like, "Oh, didn't even see that, whatever," and just keep it moving. But all that, I don't know. I'm just wondering, y'all have like people that be like doing a little extra, and then you be trying to like, "Hold up, bro, why you doing all that?" And then like trying to act like something wrong with you. Maybe something's wrong with me, but my gut says something's not right. And you ain't even got to keep talking about it or anything. Just be careful with the creeps, man. They're out there. You gotta be yourself, and then there are always gonna be people that are gonna be trying to like do too much. You ain't never gonna be able to stop that. But the way you handle it, you can always control how you handle it. And how they handle it, you ain't gotta hold on to that. You ain't gotta do a whole lot of explanation. You ain't gotta do none of that. Just say, "This is how I feel," and if they want to write a journal about it, saying how crazy you are, let them have that. Let them have that. That's more telling on them, because they ain't doing nothing but trying to gaslight you and trying to make you feel some kind of strange way. It's like, no, this is how I feel, and I want to let you know how I feel. I don't know what you guys think, YouTube. What you think about the texting and Instagramming and or whatever it is that you do on your smartphones with people. You know, it's like we all have to have our boundaries, and when somebody crosses them, you have to say something. You have to say, "Whoa, back up, interference, interference over there." You gotta, it's like, whoa. And don't let nobody make you think you going crazy. You ain't going crazy. You know what your gut's telling you. Something's not right. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.